Okay. Boogity boogity boogers, everyone. It is me, Porky 2007, and welcome back to another review. But this time, I won't be reviewing a Pixar Cars item. Instead, I'll be reviewing a NASCAR item, or items, because there's like 8 items. And those said items are the NASCAR Authentics Hendrick 40th Anniversary Wave. Well, almost the completed wave, because I couldn't find all of them. But what I did find are Geoff Bodine, Labonte, Mark Martin, Darrel Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Ken Schrader, Jimmie Johnson, and finally Dale Earnhardt Jr. I already mentioned I couldn't find the whole collection because let's just say though, they didn't have Tim Richmond, which is right here between Ken Schrader and Jeff Gordon, and well, this Hendrick car that is, well, has the 40 on it and the Chevy logo on its roof. So yeah, I couldn't find those two, and if I do find those two, I'll probably do an extended review on those. So for now, let's just review what I got. So yeah, let's begin. And by the way, yes, I'm still rocking with the Lego tripod because I still wasn't able to get an actual tripod, so we're still rocking with this one. But anywho, let's just start off with this review with, of course, Geoff Bodine. Of course, the first one in the row, or I mean, technically this one, but since because I don't have that one, this one is the first one I'm going to review. So here's Geoff Bodine 2024 Wave 2 2024. That we got the Hendrick Motorsports 40th Anniversary logo because, well, Madonna's Like a Virgin album isn't the only thing that's turning 40 years old this year. Also, Hendrick Motorsports is as well, so that's nice. Milestones, and well, I already showed the back. So yeah, let's get this baby open. So yeah, here is Geoff Bodine, of course, based off of his 1984 scheme. So I mean, it's a nice representation. Obviously, they couldn't use the logos, like the sponsor logos on here for copyright reasons, so it kind of feels barren. But overall, pretty nice representation. Got the star, got his 5 because that's his number, or that was his number. The Hendrick Motorsports logo at the back. Pretty much have the decals of any other next gen Camaro, which I should have brought one to compare this to. We'll probably do that once I review Darrel Waltrip. So yeah, it's pretty much just a Chevy Camaro, but in the livery of Geoff Bodine. And let's take a look at the other side. 2024 Camaro ZL1 under license, or used under license, Lionel Racing, made in China. So yeah, that is it for Geoff Bodine. A pretty nice looking car. I really do like the red and white look of this. And now let's move on to Darrel Waltrip. So here's Darrel Waltrip. Here's him in his packaging. The back, pretty much the same. Shows all the cars in the line. So let's just open this up. Yeah, here's Darrel Waltrip. Obviously based off of his iconic Kellogg scheme. And they captured it pretty well. And why does that ship? This little black spot right, is that chip? I honestly don't know. So yeah, it's pretty much just capturing his Kellogg's look that he raced in, I believe, the 90s. So yeah, pretty nice car. And this is what Kyle Larson's scheme was representing at that Darlington race. So yeah, pretty nice throwback. And I already did said I have to compare it to a Camaro. So here is a Chase Elliott, who is also part of Hendrick. So yeah, it's just the next gen Camaro mold, but obviously representing the racers that race for Hendrick. So yeah, that is it for Darrel Waltrip. A very nice looking car. I do love his Kellogg scheme. Obviously they couldn't use the Kellogg's logo for this one, but I mean, it's still nice. So yeah, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's the 40th logo between the windows and spoilers. So yeah, that's it for Darrel Waltrip. And now let's move on to Mark Martin. So here's Mark Martin. Yeah, this packaging pretty much the same, just back of the box packaging the same. So let's just open this up. So yeah, here is Mark Martin's well, here's Mark Martin, obviously based off of his Car Quest scheme, which is on the Car of Tomorrow mode, which that's disgusting. Thank God we have this, because I would never own a Car of Tomorrow diecast, because those things are hideous. So yeah, it captures the car very well. Got his 5, the red and blues and yellows and all that. Obviously just a Camaro, but to make it look like the car, the scheme that these racers raced in. And you know, one thing that I do like about this is that the fact that it's not on the PTC mold just makes this a lot better, because if it were on the PTC mold, I would be very disappointed. So yeah, underside 2024 Camaro Z01 under or used under license, all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Mark Martin. Pretty nice looking car. Now let's move on to the man that always says boogity boogity and believes in vortex theory, and that would be Darrel Waltrip. So yeah, Darrel Waltrip, a very well-known NASCAR driver, and yeah, the packaging is pretty much the same, just different colors. And yeah, I've already opened this one. I used it for a project, but now I can finally look at it in detail. So here is Darrel Waltrip. Obviously, what I mentioned, this is an iconic NASCAR driver. We should all know who Darrel Waltrip is, and we should all know what this scheme is based off of his Tide scheme. So yeah, a very nice looking car. I mean, the lack of Tide logos kind of makes this a bit eerie, but other than that though, yeah, I really do like the 17 and yeah, all that. They also released some Darrel Waltrip in something similar like this, but it wasn't made for the Hendrick 40th anniversary line. It was just made for the 75th anniversary of NASCAR. So like, instead of having this, it had like the diamond logo. So yeah, Darrel Waltrip has been released twice. So yeah, that's just how popular he is, guys. Orange, yellows, and whites, and underside 2024 Camaro Z01 under or used under license. So yeah, that is it for Darrel Waltrip. Obviously an iconic NASCAR driver. So yeah, now let's move on to another iconic NASCAR driver, and that would be motherfucking Jeff Gordon. So here's Jeff Gordon. Yeah, nothing much to say about the packaging other than it's just the same but with different colors. So yeah, I'll open this one. And here's Jeff Gordon. Obviously this one's based off of his Rainbow Warrior scheme that he raced in the 90s. And yeah, they captured it pretty well, and this is what my custom of Jeff Gordon is based off of. And yeah, this one has DuPont logos. Well, this one doesn't because of copyright reasons, but still though, it's a pretty nice diecast. It definitely captures Jeff Gordon. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this diecast. Pretty nice, pretty faithful. And now let's move on to Ken Schrader. So here's Ken Schrader. And yeah, you can honestly tell that I opened this before, because just like Darrel, I had to use those two for some projects. So now I can finally open it and of course take a look at it. Just put this back. So yeah, here is Ken Schrader, obviously based off of his Kodiak scheme, and they captured it well without the Kodiak logos for copyright reasons. And he has these colored golden rims, which, wait, is he the only one in this line that has that? Let me check. Yeah, he's the only one in this line that actually has those colored rims. So I guess that's what makes this one unique. So yeah, got Ken Schrader. Got this little green rectangle right there, which is kind of strange, but I believe the Kodiak was supposed to be there, but obviously they couldn't use it. So you know what, maybe just let it say Hendrick like in the font of the logo. Would have made this or actually though, just adding Hendrick like in the different fonts of the logos that they race for would have made this or actually would have made all of them have some resemblance to the cars in real life, because yeah, they just they're just kind of barren. That's why I couldn't talk much about them, because of how barren and empty they are. Like, I mean, if they were to add like the Hendrick logo and the different fonts of the logos, or just added their actual logos, which they obviously couldn't, these would have been a little more special. But I mean, hey, it's still better than nothing. So yeah, that's it for Ken Schrader. And now let's move on to Jimmie playing with his Johnson. Okay, sorry, Jimmie Johnson. So yeah, Jimmie Johnson, another iconic NASCAR driver that everyone knows and loves, including me. So all right, here's Jimmie Johnson. And let's just say though, from out of all the cars in this, well, I mean, I don't have the full completed collection, but from out of all the cars in this, I believe Jimmie Johnson's the best because, I mean, first of all, look, it has a silver finish for the gray parts, and overall, looks like there's a lot more colors in this one, other than say like Ken Schrader, which it's just white, but with that green block, like it just kind of looks bland without logos. Well, this one here, I mean, it still doesn't have the logos, but at least it looks nice. Like it does capture the specific scheme of Jimmie Johnson, which I don't know what it is. Pretty sure it's a Car Tomorrow scheme, which if it is, I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, yellow bumper, which I believe some of the cars do have color bumpers in this wave. And yeah, he's probably the best out of all of the Hendrick cars here because he has a lot more color. There's a lot more going on with him. Yeah, that is it for Jimmie Johnson. So yeah, now let's move on to the last car of this lot, and that would be Dale Earnhardt Jr. So here's Dale Earnhardt Jr. And for some reason, mine's is crack. Like the blister for this one is crack, and you know what? Let's just try to open it like this. I mean, I did said I wanted to preserve these packagings, but considering the fact that I couldn't even do that for some of the characters, might as well just come on. Come on. Alright. Boom. Yeah, here is Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's obviously based off of the scheme that he raced for, I believe, in the early 2010s, from what I could remember. And oh no, is that a chip? Why is there a chip on this spoiler? This was new out of the packaging. What? Lie now. Oh my god, there's another chip as well. That's quite disappointing, but I mean, let's just take a look at the car. Yeah, lack of logos make this barren, but I mean, it kind of does. I mean, that blue kind of does have this metallic finish, so that, I guess that makes it up. But in the back, it's just black. That's interesting. I think that's well for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Every variant without any logos. But yeah, that's just an issue with these Hendrick cars, is the lack of logos. I mean, for the exception of the Hendrick logo, Hendrick 40th Anniversary logo, and this other 40, it's just kind of lacking. Like, I mean, at least with Jimmie Johnson, which, where is he? Where's Jimmie Johnson? Jimmie Johnson, where are you? Found it. At least with Jimmie, there's a lot going on with him because there's a bunch of blues, blacks, and yellows. But here, I mean, I guess, but it's just kind of barren. Like, I mean, all right, let's just rank all the cars. Let me just position the tripod. And I guess this would also be a conclusion as well. So let's just rank the best to the worst. Best one, Jimmie Johnson, because there's a lot going on with him. Second best, probably Geoff Bodine, because I mean, it is clearly based off of his Rainbow Warrior scheme, and they do capture really well. So third one, probably Mark Martin, because I mean, they do capture it, but the lack of logos kind of makes this barren. Probably the fourth best. I'll probably say I want to say it's a tie either for these two, or actually probably this one, because, well, it's Kellogg's car is quite nice, and this one's probably the fifth. As for the sixth, I'll probably say Dale Earnhardt Jr. and or actually, wait, hold on. I'll probably you know what, Dale Earnhardt Jr. fourth best. or actually, wait, actually 6th best, I meant. And Darrel Waltrip, I'll probably put him like between. Worst one, Ken Schrader. It's just barren. It's just, I mean, this is the worst out of the lot that I've gotten. If I were to got all of them, oh god, I'll probably rank Tim Richmond as the worst, because it's just red with the 25. Like, I mean, and this is where I get into the conclusion, because this is, I mean, I like the concept of this line of being a tribute to all the cars I raced for Hendrick, but execution, it's kind of because, I mean, first off, the lack of the sponsor logos on the cars just makes it look very, very varied, and it's very apparent on Ken Schrader because it's just a green rectangle. Like, it just doesn't look really good. I mean, some characters like Jimmie Johnson, not characters, racers like Jimmie Johnson, I mean, it makes it up for its design, but here it's just white with a green rectangle. I mean, I would probably fix that by just adding like with Kyle Larson's throwback scheme, which is Terry Labonte's, which is this one. They added like a red Hendrick logo, like I think it was, yeah, red Hendrick logo to make it look like the Kellogg's logo because they couldn't get the rights to Kellogg's. Why not do this for all of them? Like Darrel Waltrip, just add like the Hendrick logo on it, but in the same font as the Tide logo, or maybe or maybe use the Hendrick logo, but in the font of the Kodiak logo. I mean, if they did that, these cars would have looked they would have looked nice. They wouldn't look barren like this. So it's a nice concept, but I think it just kind of falls with the lack of logos, and that's why I haven't really talked much about them, because there's really not that much to talk about other than the racer themselves and maybe their history. But if I were to do that, this video would have gone a little longer. So nice concept, but very barren cars. So yeah, I mean, they're a nice display piece, but other than that, it's just kind of lacking. But I mean, yeah. And if I do get these two, I think this one's metallic, so I guess that one's a little special. Very nice tribute, very nice concept, but lack of logos made this kind of barren. So I mean, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do like it, well, just leave a like. If you want, and if you want to see more of this content, well, subscribe, click the bell, or tap the bell if you're watching this on a computer or phone. So yeah, and I mean, it's tradition. Wait, hold up. All right, this is me editing that video, and here at my drawer where I have all my NASCAR stuff, and this is the Hendrick cars I've opened. And how did I did this review without saying happy anniversary to Hendrick Motorsports, because they're my favorite team. All right, I love all the drivers, well, most of them, but I mean, hey, I like Elliott, I like Byron, and I like Bowman. So yeah, happy 40th anniversary, Hendrick. You're still my favorite team, and I, well, like most of your drivers, and I like all of your legends, such as Darrel Waltrip, Geoff Bodine, Jimmie Johnson, and Earnhardt Jr. And yeah, happy 4th anniversary, Hendrick. Still like you, and or still love you, I meant. And all right, yeah, Boulder.